So as you all know, I'm a soldier. And as a soldier, there are a few different things you have to go through for training. You have basic training, AIT, and sometimes, like for me being a National Guard soldier, I also have my 1 week in a month training. Well, this video is to provide 5 helpful tips to those who are going through BCT for the first time. Tip 1. A very big problem with BCT is your blankets. After a while, it gets monotonous, constantly having to wake up, redo your hospital corners on your bed sheets and everything else. Well, the way that I used to get past this when I was in basic training is what we would do is I would either pull my whoopee out of my wall locker and use that as a blanket over the top, sleeping on top of all my pristine blankets, bedspread, or I would get in full APFU uniform, the full everything, jacket, long pants, everything, and go to bed that way to keep warm. Note, sometimes drill sergeants will come in, and some drill sergeants will allow you to use your whoopee, others will not. But the best thing is to just give it a shot, and hopefully your drill sergeants will be understandable about it. 2. Eating. Now, it's very important that you know how to properly get through chow hall, chow lines, everything else very quickly. Normally, like, I went to Fort Benning, so in Benning we only had 10 minutes to eat and get everything out the door. One of the most efficient things you could do for your plates is, like, for breakfast, make sure you get something with a lot of fibers in it, like pancakes, waffles, stuff like that, along with a couple of eggs. Don't overload your plates too high, and if you need, especially, drink plenty of water. Have a giant cup of water with you, so that way, when you're eating, you could simply just drink a little bit, take a bite, drink a little bit, take a bite. It will soften up the food and make it that much easier to get done in time. Tip number 3, medical. Now, staying healthy on your BCT period is very important. After a little while, if you go to like sick call a lot, you'll get in trouble. But one of the good things you can do is simply try to always drink plenty of water. That's your biggest thing. If you're not drinking water, you will pass out, you will heat cat, you will go to sick call. I know a lot of people say drink water. Yes, it's important, but literally follow this simple rule for keeping yourself healthy. Drink some more, and if you think you've drunk enough, drink. That would also help get rid of headaches. Tip 4. Writing home. Now, after a little while, you tend to get a little bit lonely. I mean, you're stuck on military base for 10 weeks straight. You have very little you can do. You have very little you have very few people to talk to other than your drill buddies and your drill sergeants, and obviously your drill sergeants aren't going to really talk to you about things. But what you can do is always constantly be writing home. Write your mom, your dad, your cousin, write your dog if you have to. That little bit of sense of being able to connect with somebody on the outside will go so far into helping keeping you sane during your training period. I can tell you many times I've written plenty of family members, and I was at a really bad time period during basic. I got seriously injured. I had to go through basic twice pretty much because of the said injury. I had to actually stay on Fort Benning a lot longer than I should have been, but it all worked out in the end for me. Now, just because you don't get a letter back doesn't mean that your family doesn't love you. It just means they don't love you this week. Tip 5. Utilizing free time. Okay, my biggest and most important tip, probably the one that I would say is the best tip for you, is to utilize your free time. The way it was at Fort Benning for us anyway, we always got Sundays off. Sundays was like our rest day. On Sundays, what you do is you would clean the barracks, like really clean, scrub, take care of your equipment, or you could go to church for an hour or two. Now, I'm not saying if you're not religious you have to be religious to this. What I'm saying is utilize the time you get. Even though you might not be religious, going to a religious ceremony doesn't mean you have to worship or any of that stuff. You could spend the time sleeping. You could spend the time just relaxing and listening to someone and being able to talk to people that aren't going to yell at you all day, every day. It is very important. I've got friends who always went to a religion just to get out of doing some cleaning and just to get an hour's worth of extra sleep. And that's not to say that it's a bad thing or a good thing. It's just a helpful tip. Also, even if you're done cleaning, you guys know your barracks is absolutely spot on, or your drill sergeant's gonna come in anyway if you guys aren't doing anything. At least fake it. You can talk, hang out, play games and stuff. Just fake your cleaning. Pretend, oh hey, I gotta organize my wall locker. Just organize your wall locker while hanging out with friends, or do something very minor to appear like you're busy at the moment. They don't like it at basic for you to just be standing around doing nothing. If you look like you're gainfully employed, usually your drill sergeants will leave you alone. Anyway, those are my 5 tips to help you through basic. If some of them don't work, hopefully others will. Every basic training cycle is different. Every single time going through dealing with all this stuff is different. Hopefully everything will work for you guys, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. I would very happy to hear your guys' questions on this topic. Thank you all very much, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.